Drive with Valerian. Thoughts on HNRC trading at 37 cents, but promising spin-off dividend for $1.75 in 3 weeks. Seems too good to be true, but I bought some anyway. What am I missing? I don't know anything about HNRC. I don't know who those are. HNRC. HNRC. Houston Natural Resources. I should know about them because they got my name in them. Boom. Shaboink. Go there. Click on that one. Open that up. Okay, so they're promising a $1.73 dividend. That's a pretty special dividend. I mean, that's 3x on your money right off the bat. So it seems like when's the date of record for that? If the date of record is already passed, then you're screwed. But if the date of record hasn't passed yet, then you're getting a $1.75, and you should be cool, man. So, yeah, where have they been? They've been as high as 75 cents. And they were $20 stock in 2018, and then ever since. Looks like much more active trading on its way down here. It wasn't traded very much back in the day. Huh. Well, I don't know anything about them other than they are a natural resources company. And they do natural resource stuff, I presume. Yeah, seems like a good deal. Cool. Get it. Daniel Motes, Houston, January 2022 was the start of a terrible year in the market. Do you think January 2023 could be bad also? Yep. I mean, just look at news of the rest of the world. Europe right now has to deindustrialize, meaning they have to shut down factories and plants and a lot of places of business just to conserve energy. The energy market is pretty messed up because they were so dependent for so long on Russian energy. And now they got to take imports from a lot of different places in the world to help power everything. Plus, they got a problem with nuclear plants going down in France. Not enough water in the reservoirs in places like Norway to power hydroelectric. And they don't have liquefied natural gas ports for a lot of these imports. So like Spain and England have a ton of them, but the other countries do not. So England now has to like really up their energy production so they can export electricity across their cable works into the rest of Europe. And Germany's looking at opening up mothballed coal plants, which is really great for the environment. We gotta but they already shut down all the nuclear plants after Fukushima. Germany, you are not a seismically active place. You are not at risk of tsunami. Why'd you shut down all of your nuclear power plants? Angela Merkel really screwed that one up. But they aren't reopening the nuclear power plants, reopening their coal-fired plants, which is just silly. Open your nuclear power plants, buddies. And we got, real estate market is falling off a cliff. The tech world's laying off tens of thousands of workers. I bet we're going to get some reports coming out about the Christmas shopping season, and it's not going to be quite as on fire as it was in years past, and that's going to cause the market to pull back a little bit more. And we get more housing data that people aren't buying houses or applying for loans, and the market's got a lot more to go. Okay. Don Caesar Shadem, in March, I'm attending a writers' conference and then seeing family in your area, one of those islands, Whidbey or something. I would like to buy you food if you'll be around. I will eat food. Food come March. Sold. All right. Oh, Cruel Kind announces he's doing donation matching. Fantastic. That's why you're in there so constantly. Thank you, Cruel Kind. All right. Royal Bank of Canada just bought HSBC. Really? Hong Kong Shanghai Bank is now part of RBC. That means RBC is now responsible for owning the bank that's the drug smuggler's best friend. How do you feel about that, Canadians? How do you feel about Royal Bank of Canada now owning the bank, the favorite bank of drug dealers? HSBC loves taking all those dineros and then figure out ways to launder it all for everybody. Constantly get in trouble for it. Andrew Stewart Houston, how bad will stagflation get? If we cut interest rates, it will get really bad. So the way the Fed is operating right now is that they are raising interest rates while the prices things are falling and people are losing money and jobs and everything else, and they got to keep rising until the pain is like really great, and essentially trade ends. Trade just stops, and then they go, okay, we can cut interest rates now, spur some investment, but it might be a year or two away. But if they start cutting interest rates now, we're screwed. Stagflation will get us because we will have an economy that's not growing and possibly shrinking while the price of everything is going through the roof. So it would get really bad if that were the case. Okay. Oh, everyone's liking the fact the cat's on the on the stream, right, Kitty? Can't quite see you too much, but there's a black fuzzy thing right there. Oh yeah. If I scratch him hard enough, he has to lick himself. There he goes. He's licking himself. That's right, little kitty. You having a great time. Little handsome cat hanging out. Now that Snoopy's not around, he's just got out. Aaron Salentine, USA beat Iran 1-0. Well, 2 draws and a win. That's enough to get to the next round, so we're going to take it. The competition is going to get a lot more stiff here on out. Got the Barry White voice going on. Okay. Marvin G, just tuning in. Weird voice, dude. Thanks for powering through. Yeah. Jimmy D, Houston. What the fuck is going on in China? Sounds like Chinese people are fed up with the Chinese government. So it sounds like. People have been noticing that Huawei has been reaching people's phones and deleting their protest videos. So if your video is geotagged as one of the areas where the protests been going on, the phone companies are deleting your videos so you can't spread them on the internet, which, is sweet totalitarian my thought control happening there. The Chinese are really good at limiting what people can see or do or talk, say. And they're going to try their best to make sure that no one knows about what's happening in China. Until it's probably too late. Either they've crushed everybody or everybody got so pissed off they overran everything. Right, Kitty? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a good spot, isn't it? Oh, got you yourself. Got you yourself. Scratch is so good. Michael Harrow, what volcano erupted? Mauna Loa erupted. It's spewing lava for the first time in 38 years. Everyone's terrified and excited. Sound like a grown man with that voice. Sound like I've been smoking packs of Lucky Stripes my entire life with this voice right now. Did you guys notice that a whole bunch of crypto bros are dying all of a sudden? A Russian crypto billionaire died. We have another crypto billionaire and another one drowned in Puerto Rico. The car guy talked about how all these G-Wagons and McLarens and Lamborghinis are now selling for like way below market value as all these crypto bros are selling off everything they have because they're poor now. You got the giant house, can't pay the taxes on it. They got the fancy cars, they can't pay on that either. It's coming, man. The discounted Lamborghinis are about to flood the market, and hopefully one of our stocks will rocket just in time for us to pick them all up, right? Artemis got kicked out after the transaction completed, puts on YouTube donations, and calls on intro squared. Michael Steegs, Houston, I suspect the Plunge protection team will continue buying to protect the banks. Your thoughts? It appears that they are doing so, although we did have a little bit of dip in the SPY the last couple of days. One of the theories I saw posted, and one of you guys, was that the Plunge protection team is basically waiting for the bottom to fall out in either China or Europe, and then they can give up and be like, look, it's their fault. It's them, it's not us, it's them. So I think that's what they're doing. I think that they may be artificially keeping it afloat. We thought it was for the election, and we know we're past the election. Well, seems it's still going.